Hello everybody, Neem here, and today we are talking about another weird Instagram channel that I have discovered recently. This channel goes by the name of antipiracy1099 or seam1099, an Instagram channel that seems relatively new on the platform, and it has a plethora of strange videos to sift through. My goal today is to craft some sort of theory and a possible understanding as to what this channel is about. Maybe it's just an ARG, which is the most likely option, or maybe it's something altogether. And if you enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your stories, your theories, anything possible. Without further ado, let us begin by showcasing some of the videos I have found. I want to put a little note here that I apologize for misreading a lot of these sentences. I don't know what it was, but when I was recording this, my dyslexia was really bad, so I just kept mixing a bunch of words around and saying words that shouldn't have even been there. So just wanted to let you guys know I'm sorry about that. Hope it doesn't bother anybody a ton. So enjoy. So I have a folder saved with some videos that I wanted to take particular note of. We have the very beginning. We have just a bunch of random stuff here. There's a lot to unpack and uncover here, more than the Neighborland content that I found. And if I'm being honest, I haven't really heard or seen anything about Neighborland since I covered the video nearly a year ago. And this one's a bit different from Neighborland, where this one is more cryptic. There's not really much to go off of, where Neighborland is kind of blatantly saying stuff. This one, it wants you to look into it deeper and infer more. So let's watch the first video. So the first video is just him looking at a cityscape. I've seen where people say it might be New York or New Jersey. And when you actually look at the comments here, the comments are a huge help with videos like this. Everybody said hello, YouTube. So hello. And he said, it said D in Morse code. So the first video says D. Somebody said that's a freaking phone notification, but I don't know. I know just as much as you do. Second video is him looking over water. Got some audio. This guy says, I heard D and I in Morse code. The November in the username without the zeros converts to 26 November 2025. There's a bunch of people learning some stuff. And one thing you'll notice throughout this video, throughout these videos, is this user right here is commenting just random stuff, calling him Jake. He seemingly knows him. And maybe his username, maybe this string of numbers and symbols right here means something, and that'll help the case. But let's go back. We were last where am I? We were last at this video. And the next video is him in a doorway. And then that same user says, that's mine and your brother's house, your mother's house. I don't remember you filming that. So we can assume that this user here is somehow in relation to the user that we are watching right now. This guy once again said, when did you film this, Jake? That's the supermarket. And so we can infer this guy's name, of course, is Jake. And there's still a bunch of people commenting, haha, you're so funny, 0.017. This guy said, this is in New York City, I can tell by the bus stop sign. So this guy says this place is weird, real, beware of it, period. So we already have some people, uncovering the location and stuff. And this is a big one that showed up here. This stairwell that Kinda looks like something from Silent Hill. Here's another one. Welcome to the YouTube documentary, guys. Also looks like it's the same Silent Hill stairwell, which actually, which I'll go into it more later, but we know the location of this stairwell here. And this guy said, wow, this was 24 years ago. Wasn't that traumatic? Wasn't it, Jake? I'm assuming that it's 9/11. He's talking about 9/11. One guy said we got another POV, so this is New York. Oh my god, that plate is heading straight for the North Tower. So yeah. And then afterwards, it starts getting into a little bit more, like, I guess, weird territory. He starts playing music in his videos. And yeah, after that, you have this video here, which this is I'm assuming maybe it's a picture of him. If possible, I'm sure there's some way you could see if this video exists somewhere else, but I'm assuming this is a picture of our lovely fella Jake here. And we're back at the Silent Hill location. We're back at the Silent Hill location again. I'm assuming he's in the bathroom. The 0.017 guy says, that toilet again, please tell me. Oh, please just tell the nurses why you like it so much. So 0.017 is obviously a friend of Jake's. He's interested in Jake. We finally see Jake's hand, and he looks very rugged. He says, that weak skin collection. So this is apparently his dead skin. Some guy says, might want to wash your hands, gang. One guy said, shout out to the guy with the 2K sub channel who will describe all this in a few months. So I guess that's going to be me. So after this point, he starts posting these videos of him reviewing music. So let's see. We're going to pause it. Looks like, okay. And there's with eyes. I'm doing more reviews now. He's playing a pretty good song. There's Ben Guy, maybe a scarecrow? Really something. Sounds like an airplane. Okay. So, and actually, people made the connection that this guy's Instagram is connected to a channel on YouTube called This Is Not Music. So this might be the video in question. Okay, he's reviewing a different song here, actually. I think it's kind of weird music, but cool too. Wait, there's a little flash of something there. Wait a second. This video is just a picture of... Wait a second. Okay, there's like a bunch of like flashing faces and stuff. Translation from Swedish. Apparently Swedish is used. I don't think he heard it himself. The body kept moving, but nothing was left inside. Everything remained recorded. And some hidden text at the bottom. And there is... like, there's a... Apparently, a lot of these videos feature Morse code. And this is one of the bigger videos that he uploaded, where it's just like a room and he's talking about music, and apparently the music is saying something. It's showing you what's happening. Basically, the music is talking to you. He starts posting a regular show edits, and this is where I found out the account. This guy says, so far, this Instagram account, This Is Not Music on YT. And so there's this one, which is also a really interesting one. This guy deciphered the whole thing. I'm going to assume he's correct. It says his name was Friends, but he wasn't... But God, sorry. His name was Friends, but that was not his real name. The first chapter of his words was disappointed on motherly body. They said he was interesting. They said he was not wrong. but he wanted to believe them, and it worked. In 1999, he was taken from the hospital, or something that was forced to let him go. The main trouble was not a missing period, he was a secret technique for their function. They shot something into his head they followed with a treatment for 7 years. Already, his constructive working worst, his normal life, his home, was hidden in a dream, and he can't say he was not looking. The process of different shift is the process of violations. The mist is just a part of the stuff. The music is shortly a collection claimed to his detective. It seems like he is standing here from something else. It seems like he's trying to remember himself and is not well. He left responder, missed to the world or missed to his detail, and always he said he laughed when the morning went down. He said the item was a list, a professional, the missing, the violations, the fight, but it should appear as he felt it, but it was only the start. And then this guy says something else. There must be something wrong with the picture. The spirit cannot survive without a body. Now our reality, our body, and our world is being taken over by power. Now our only chance to destroy it before it destroys us. But we are not strong enough. A hero is not a legend but a memory. A true hero is not a god but a mortal. A hero must sacrifice everything for the world, but a memory is nothing if there's nothing to remember. In 1999, we were warned from the heavens to not trust anyone, to believe anything that they say. We were told to destroy the gods, but we did not, and we will suffer from their rule. The prophecy is different from revelation of the goddess. The prophecy is a lie and being used to control us. The prophecy is made to make us believe there is a savior from somewhere else. Now is not true. Which I'm assuming there's more Morse code here, because it's just beeping, and there's a bag over this guy's head. So I'm just assuming there's more Morse code here. This guy says 26 November 2025. That time. Computer measures time using... Oh my gosh. This guy did it. Okay. Wow. So, wait, this guy says computer measures time using the Unix epoch system, which starts on January 1st, 1970. The system time is represented as the number of seconds that we have passed since that moment, called a Unix timestamp. The number 0.0176 at first looks strange, but if you remove 0 from the front, well, this number is exactly the format of a Unix timestamp when you convert from... And then there's this whole thing here, which I can't even decipher it. I can decipher some words. This comes from the only time reply to, and then this is not music. This is not music. If we make that out, there's something that mentions wicked down there. Another normal video of just him looking out into the distance at a town. And then another video of him reviewing music. So this whole thing is really strange, but there are a few things that I could gather and a couple things that I thought of. Initially, I thought the 0.17 guy had some relation to that code that one guy was talking about, but the digits in their name are actually quite a bit off, despite being so similar. So when you take into consideration what he says, maybe the time code that 0.17 has in his name means something else entirely too. Things we do know, this guy lives in New York or New Jersey. Where New Jersey came from is the stairwell that we saw in multiple videos is actually a venue in New Jersey. This venue is promptly named the Meat Locker. So we can assume, like I said, he lives maybe near the meat locker. Maybe he lives in the meat locker. Maybe he's someone that lives in the walls. We do not know. Another thing that we can assume is that his name is Jake, and the 0.17 guy is possibly a brother, a friend, somehow related to him. Now, who is Jake? Jake could possibly be the man with the long hair featured here. Not much is known about Jake, but one thing we can also assume is that Jake has this weird connection with music. Jake loves music, it seems. He likes reviewing music, but he doesn't listen to music like the normal person would. The music he listens to they say certain things to him. He sees certain things and understands certain things that we do not through listening to music. My belief is that he is an experiment. Everything I've gathered from the story here, it seems like he's an experiment, and somehow music or just the art of music is connected to gods, connected to religion in this story somehow. And Jake is a subject that escaped from this prison that he was kept in, I'm assuming to decipher and dissect this music, and he is just going about his life, going insane, listening to all the sounds around him, and all the sounds around him are just very overwhelming for him because he has this special ability that no one else has. I could be completely wrong. This is just my assumption. If you have a different assumption, let me know in the comments, of course. It can also be assumed that Jake did or is part of something bad because there are mentions of a girl passing away, being dead in his story, so that is something to also look into. Overall, this one is a bit more, actually, I'd say even more so strange than the Neighborland video as far as an ARG goes. There's so many questions here, like we don't really know who they or the mist is in that one video that was translated. There's a lot of pieces that need to be put together, and I'm really interested to see how this plays out if this video does do well and more people do become aware of this. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Neem. Like, comment, subscribe, everything like that. Let me know of any strange things you would like for me to talk about, for me to cover that you find on the internet, because I love making videos like this. I think it's super fun. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you some other time.